This or That, episode 1, official start. Official start. We're gonna start with the Celtics and Grizzlies, who we feel are playing the best basketball in the NBA right now. And we'll talk about the Nets, Cavs, and the Hawks. Each team's trending in a slightly different direction. Then our finals predictions and a snake draft for the top 3 most improved players this year.
So far.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's talk about the Celtics. They're on a 6-game win streak after losing to us.
Yeah, and that OT, they snapped out of it after that OT.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tatum's playing like an MVP. I'm not surprised. Jaylen Brown's. They just keep switching nights. Like certain nights Tatum goes off, like, and then Brown will go off, and then some nights they both do, and that's the reason they're winning.
But yeah, they both can combine for 60.
Tatum's footwork and his awareness, and the game looks like it's slowing down for him, like in those 3 kind of aspects, not just like swooshing shots. He looks like a grown man, like he's the finals, deep playoff run as an older person, not as like someone who's younger in the beginning of their career. Like it seems like it did a lot for him, like confidence wise. Like he kind of looks like I mean that obviously, and the Team USA that really opened him up last year, but like he just looks like more like fluent and comfortable. Like he is not as like jittery.
100%. And I feel like a lot of that is due to him getting stronger. Like I feel like he's bulked up since last season and his previous seasons. I feel like he's carrying more weight, being able to play through contact, going up against bigger players, and also just his facilitation is a lot better after being in the finals, to where you have to be more aware. I feel like he finds his teammates a lot easier, and that helps him get into his bucket getting mode.
Yeah, like Jaylen Brown didn't play that. I mean, they did play the Pistons, but he dropped 43 and 10 on 28 shots.
Shot 50%.
Yeah, like, I mean, getting that any night is special, but he's been scoring over 30, I feel like, damn near every night. So, like,
Smart and Williams both around the 20-point mark, too. That's big for them. That guy, Grant Williams, though, if you want to talk about, and this isn't like I'm throwing rocks from a glass house, but you want to talk about ugly guys, that's one of the ugliest dudes that I've ever seen. I made this very clear last year during that sweep. It was a little bit emotion driven, yes. But even now, after the emotions have resided, he's still so ugly.
It's crazy because I was thinking.
I hate you, Grant Williams. I just want to throw that out there.
Wait.
No, I just feel like he is the best player. He's kind of like a Pat Bev, where you hate him if he's not on your team, but you love him if he is. Just because every time he makes these shots that just shouldn't go in, and they do. Like now he's actually, like, last year in the playoffs, no, like the Nets weren't really guarding him from 3 and he was torching them. Now he's hitting like pump fake sidestep threes.
One dribble to the right. That shit was, I saw it the other day.
Like it's like he's getting way better, but he just always hits the shot I don't want him to hit whenever they play the Cavs or any team I bet on.
And I feel like that's due to their run against Miami. Like you can't have that loose form of play to where you can just get up any type of shot that you want against a defensive team like Miami. So I feel like that experience going as deep as they did in the Eastern Conference Finals with Miami, I feel like that kind of loosened them up like a little bit, just to make it to a Game 6 with the Warriors and making it to the finals. That loosens their game up. So Grant just gets out there, can give you 19, can hit big shots, can create space, can do something off the dribble. And shout out to Malcolm Brogdon. I know he didn't play tonight. I don't think he played tonight, but he's been getting buckets. I'm telling you.
He's someone for the most improved player for sure.
1,000.
Leaking picks?
Huh?
You leaking picks?
No, not yet. I'm not saying I'm.
That's an honorable mention. That's
an honorable mention. Picks, Matthew.
Honorable mention.
He's the oldest young dude ever. Everybody thinks he's like 23 and he's like 28.
Yeah.
Bro is a 25-year-old rookie.
Same thing with Bogey for the Hawks.
Yeah. Kind of segueing to the Grizzlies, who are the other good team. Each of these teams have, like we just talked about Grant Williams. He is the like one guy off the bench, him and Brogdon. Like you have to like all the good teams in the NBA have like those two guys that are just going to consistently play above average but not spectacular, and that's why they're teams. Like you can look, every team basically has two really good players, and those are the people that make the team go from a 6 seed to a top 3 seed every time.
Every single time.
But yeah, so then the Grizzlies, they just, every time I see a clip, they're just having so much fun. Jaws dunking on somebody, Bane's going for 30.
You see that jelly last night?
Yeah.
The one where he went up and it got the 6th foul on, who was it?
On Cat.
Right. And like he's just smiling on the ground. Like he is so different.
He's different.
Yeah.
Actually different.
And I feel like coming off of Most Improved last year, I'm peeping a lot about his game. I made a video saying that his athleticism has always been crazy highlights, dunking on everybody, speed out of this world. But I noticed now when inbounding the ball, he just lets the ball roll up to half court, baiting, some guys on your team. And just anybody to control the pace. And I feel like that allows him to have his court vision, because he can score, he can get to the rack, but I think he's learning to look for the open man and facilitate for second fiddle Desmond Bane and other players who can get a bucket, Dylan Brooks, everybody else.
Yeah, like, I mean, Ja is, I would say, 3rd or 4th in the MVP race right now.
Yeah,
I would say
the media will pump that up.
Do you think the media will say he's higher?
They love him. He's such a jersey seller. You think
so? But I feel like the media hates them. I feel like they hate the young. Like,
think about like ESPN's Instagram or those or Bleacher Report. It's like Josh Central.
No, I know, but I'm saying like.
I don't mean like Kendrick Perkins, dude. That dude's a bum.
No, I'm not saying.
Whoa!
I mean, in the sense of.
I'm saying like.
Perk, I would still beat you in 1-on-1 right now.
I'm saying like they won't say Ja is as good as he's been playing, if that makes sense. Like, because the Grizzlies aren't as good of a team, so they won't consider him for the MVP right now, like in a top 3 way, because they're still only slightly over 500. But but he's averaging like 29. This could be false, but I saw a thing. He's shooting 45% from 3.
Yeah, it's accurate. We're watching them establish a culture right now.
Yeah.
And I saw a video that was like, who ran the 80s, who ran the 90s, who ran the 2000s, who ran the 2010s, and who do you think is going to run the 20s? And all 3 people were saying Ja. And he just might, like, every year continue to be like, oh shit, every single time. Some of the stuff is so ridiculous. It looks so easy. It's so weird. It doesn't look Kyrie easy, where when Kyrie does it, like it looks easy, but like it looks forced sometimes. It's hard to explain. When Ja is like really like in that mode, it looks like he's playing against like high school kids. It's so crazy.
Yeah. I feel like it looks easy as soon as he gets airborne. Like,
he has so much control and hang time.
He's taking his time in transition and working on his facilitation, but in any moment he can turn it up, flip that switch, and next thing you know, he's 4 feet in the air.
It's loud in Memphis too, though. That gym is hard to play in.
Yeah. No, their fans love them. I mean, like, and also like Ja and like the whole team kind of like they resemble Memphis, like how they act and whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I've never been to Memphis, but
I was gonna say, what are you talking about?
But the vibes from Memphis that I hear,
yeah, of course. I know, I'm just busting you. But like the city shows out for those games. You can hear it on the broadcast.
Yeah, for sure. Now another team that's been playing some better basketball since their coach has been fired, the Nets.
Huge win today in LA. Got them by 15. As I proclaimed the other day that we would beat them. Uh, the last 5 games, no opponent has scored over 100 points. Number 1 overall in defensive rating in those 5 games. And our death lineup, our starting 5 of Claxton, Sumner, Royce O'Neal, KD, and Joe Harris is a 50 or I forget what the offensive and net defensive rating were, but it was 1 and 3 in the league. It's a certain ferocity that they're playing with. They're getting up for coach. They're getting up for each other. Tonight really showed it all. The ball was moving. They assisted on like 65% of their baskets.
I mean, I didn't watch the game today, but I mean, I've been seeing the numbers and looking at the box scores, looking at the highlights, that kind of stuff. It just seems like the guys are so much happier.
Putting a lot of effort in, diving for loose balls. Seth Curry's getting up. Joe Harris is hitting his open threes, kind of. But it's the plays we're running, or we'll make a substitution that's actually viable. Jacques Vaughn will do offense, defense, or he'll make a timeout call in the right time to switch something. Or and there's been multiple occurrences, even in the last 5 games, that I've made mental notes of like, wow, that wouldn't have happened with Nash, or like, wow, that player wouldn't have dove for that ball. And it's that in the NBA, when everybody's that talented, oftentimes that's all it takes.
Yeah, like the Nets have some young guys like Sumner and those guys, but that
ET.
But yeah, and
How dare you?
All right, yeah, but
and Claxton.
Yeah, those guys. But
Claxton's young.
The hell's the matter with you?
I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying the young guys. They're the ones that, well, they're getting a lot of minutes now.
They're contributing,
and them playing well also kind of motivates the older guys, because you don't want to be a veteran on a team with the young guys that are all bad. You want to actually be able to help them and see what you're doing is actually translating to the court. So if having those young guys be playing as well as they are for these last 5 games, with the coach rejoicing the team and all that stuff, the young guys are also impacting on the vets and vice versa, which is why the Nets are 4-1 in their last 5.
I just want to get one thing off, and this is a PSA to all Nets fans out there, that there's a huge, not only is there a light at the end of the tunnel, it's a tremendously bright light. And all of the verbiage, all of the talk in the post game today was Kyrie is missed by the players. Like they're ready for him to come back, and he's coming back shortly. I would say if you could bet money, which you can't, I would bet he'd be back by next Friday. The way KD was answering questions and the way Jacques Vaughn was answering questions, it sounds like they're ready to go. And if that's the case, and everything really clicks like this, I mean, this is a scary team.
Piggybacking off what Matt was talking about, just the young guys that they have to kind of boost the veterans. I feel like they also have veterans to look up to and be able to add to their game to have that light at the end of the tunnel that you're talking about. Finn, just like you said, CT, Cam Thomas is one of those caliber of players that I feel can be compared to Tyrese Maxey once he begins to really get in the comfort of his own game. Because he wasn't able to do that with Nash. Nash never put him on the floor in that sense, how Jacques Vaughn probably will end up doing to be able to let him flourish as the player he could be. Claxton has KD to be able to look right under. Next thing you know, he dribble pull up. I'm telling you, Claxton, as soon as he adds the bag, he's gonna be top tier, top 20 in the league. Sumner been hitting big shots, stepping up for Kyrie. You got a nice group of guys that I feel like the Brooklyn Nets can turn it around. They've been turning it around defensively, and I believe that they'll get the dub over the Lakers tomorrow. It's not gonna be easy though, I don't think.
This is like classic Nets and Lakers. Like the Lakers will somehow win this game. That's just like
100%. 100%.
I don't think they will. No, I don't think 100%. They will. But like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers won. That's just like how it goes.
Claxton, the GOAT,
Shout out Clap.
really has been stepping up in the minutes load. Got a double tonight, his 4th of the year, or his 5th of the year. He had 4 all last year. So he's the kind of guy that can be getting 20 and 12. And his presence of commanding, like push actions or people coming through the back door, or he's coming on like from the weak side. He had like two blocks today that were like huge momentum, ankle breaker, dunk caliber blocks that he like really got the boys going. He gave my boy Duron Sharp a high five on the sideline, got the bench fired up, 2 North Carolina boys. But he's really been stepping up and handling the rock a little better. He even acknowledged in his post game that his free throws are ass. And he's like, I'm the one, and that's why I love this young cat. He's like, I'm the one leaving money out there. That you guys are telling me to make free throws. Like, I'm the one I'm the one leaving money out there trying to get a check. Like, I know I'm missing fucking free throws. You don't need to tell me to make free throws. And to hear like a 22-year-old dude like say that to a reporter with big ass sunglasses on inside, that's my guy. His jersey's going to be up there soon. That's my next jersey.
Yeah, and then kind of segueing, we talked about this last episode. Finn was saying that Nick Claxton was better than Evan Mobley.
He is,
which was a crazy call.
And that's not what you're doing. You'll take my words and you'll twist them, and that's fine. But what I said is he's more impactful right now, and I stand on it.
100%.
Well,
2-1.
I mean, obviously, I watch more Cavs than either of you, but I do.
Whoa. I'm not knocking Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is that guy, but I feel like Claxton is that dude too.
I'm not saying Claxton's not that dude. I'm just saying that based on trajectory and potential, and right now, would I rather have Claxton or Evan Mobley? I don't think it should be a debate.
I can't believe you.
It's like
so
Mobley.
Insane. We could do this for 45 minutes. What does he do that's so great? What's the first 3 things? If he's so great, it should come to your head mad fast.
All right, yeah. So based on from last year to this year, it's been 1 year. He goes and he has the ability now to face up in the post, shoot a fading mid-range jumper, post fade, hook with either hand. That's just offensively. Defensively, he's 4th for right now in defensive player of the year voting, like ranking wise so far. He every single time, if he's guarding a bigger player, he's there for the weak side help and gets blocks. He had 8 blocks a couple games ago versus the Pistons. And the last 3 games on this road trip, Garland's been playing bad. He's been our second best scoring option, which I never would have thought right away. I thought in 2 years, he should be the number 2 guy behind Donovan, but Mobley's just
sophomore year.
Yeah, it's his 2nd year in the league.
So they're on the same. They're the same.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like Evan has just been playing so like he may not get the 20 and 12 every game because Jared Allen's there, and all that stuff. But like versus the Warriors yesterday, he's guarding Klay Thompson on the perimeter for a switch and doing a fine job. He was guarding Steph Curry 1-on-1, making Steph pick up a dribble, which is insane. Like just the versatility for someone that's 7 feet tall to be able to switch onto a guard.
Are you making my argument or yours? I forgot what player you're talking about. It sounds like you're talking about Claxton.
But I'm not at all, actually.
Oh, my bad.
But no,
they're literally describing him word for word. So I was just.
They have similar like builds and style of play, but Claxton can. I don't think Claxton can bring up the ball and initiate an offense.
And that's where you're wrong, and you better keep that same energy.
All right. Well, I'm just saying I haven't seen.
When do the Nets play the Cavs?
December 26th.
We'll be there.
Marked.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can just talk about the Cavs in general. Garland's been bad the last few games offensively. He just hasn't been like he's still coming back from the eye. His eye is still halfway shut, which
his face is fucked up.
I'm not trying to make an excuse for him, but like you can't shoot 5 of 19 versus
without seeing.
Yeah. So like he's not been playing well. He's passing well and he's playing hard on defense. Every game he's just been getting hit in the face, which I can't imagine is helping. But he's just been not as good as he was last year. And I still think he's trying to work his way back from the injury, stamina, all that stuff. But Mobley, as I talked about, is playing really well. Jarrett Allen's just doing Jarrett Allen things, hustling,
Getting
rebounds,
dunked on.
all the above. Just being like the energy guy. And then Donovan's just been sensational.
Phenomenal.
How's his leg?
Yeah, he went and had a scary fall at the end of the game last night where he was driving and Draymond fouled him and he like planted his right foot. And I thought first reaction, I thought it was Achilles, like just off the bat.
Dirty play?
No, it was like just a normal play. Like he was driving from the wing toward the baseline and Draymond like had his arm on him, like kind of an arm bar, but not like he didn't push him. He just like planted and then fell. There was only like 10 seconds left in the game and we already lost at that point. But yeah, and then he's just been like every time he shoots, I feel like it's going in. He's just been like he's always talking, which like if you didn't watch the Cavs, like most of our team is a quiet team. Like Garland, Mobley, Jared Allen, not so much, but like Donovan talks all the time, and it's gotten everyone else to talk, which is another reason I think we're still as good of a defensive team as we were last year by adding Donovan, and he's also bought in. But and then
So what the heck happened last night?
well, it was our late.
It all sounds good.
No, I know. It's all good until the last two games before the game last night, we were just playing terrible defense. We were starting poorly and then thinking we could just flip it on in the second half, and we just weren't able to do it like we did the other games, like versus the Lakers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then our offense in the last 5 minutes of the last 3 games have been awful. It looks like completely different team. Like we've never played a close game, even though I feel like every game we've played is close. And we've already played 2 overtime games versus the Celtics, and whatever. But yeah, and then another thing that doesn't really matter. Like I didn't feel like we deserved to win the game after the last 5 minutes, but Clay went and set an illegal screen, like literally just ran through Isaac Okoro at the end, and we were tied or down 1, and Steph hit a 3, and they didn't call a foul, which was like the most.
You were tweaking about that.
It was the most like egregious moving screen ever, and the fact that you can't challenge that or even review it is absurd.
That's a fucked rule.
Yeah, like because you can like he could have challenged it, but it was under 2 minutes, so you can't challenge. It's the stupidest thing ever. But you can't even challenge that. Like you can't challenge a non-call.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid. But like I understand, like if that happened to me, I wouldn't like if I was like if the Cavs did that, I wouldn't be saying it should be called. So I can't say it should have been like it really impacted the game because the Cavs didn't deserve to win that. But I just think we needed to get home, and we play the Timberwolves tomorrow. And you know how I feel about Rudy Gobert and the Timberwolves, so we better win that one. Can't lose 4 in a row. But yeah, if you guys want to say anything, I feel like I covered the wide majority. We've on a little mini rant, but
go ahead, son.
Can y'all see me right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to tell a story. Had the parlay. I had Donovan Mitchell over 27.5 last night, and I wasn't able to watch the game. I was covering Memphis versus the Timberwolves, but I'm looking, I'm checking. And I'm pretty sure after that foul, Spider had to take 2 free throws, right?
Yeah.
He was at 27. And in the meantime, I'm just walking around my kitchen. Spider, please, Spider, please, Spider, please, Spider, please. And then, long story short, 5 out of 5, the parlay hit. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, I went and I had him over 20. I had him 28.5, but I need Garland to score 22. So
yeah,
Garland to score 20 plus, and he just
that was a big winner. What was that plus?
I had.
It's like times. It's like different than like normal odds. And it's like times.
Hey, 5 leg is 5 leg.
Oh no, it's definitely like 10.
5 leg, yeah, 5 leg. So it was for me times 10.
Yeah.
It was times 10. And just because I put insurance on it. So I use Underdog. and then they have it to where if you do a 5-leg parlay or anything above a three, then you can put insurance on it. So if you hit like everything but one, then you can get like two times whatever. So a 5-leg without insurance is times 20, and I just put insurance on it, so it was times 10.
No free ads.
No
Also.
free ads. Not sponsored by Underdog.
Underdog, I'd love a sponsor though.
Not sponsored by Underdog, but Underdog, we're here.
And Underdog, by the way, Slim is working you daily.
Man, 4 out of 5. This way.
They'll get hot. They'll go.
Yeah, we'll segue to the Hawks, who have been beating good teams, losing the good teams, beating bad teams.
Wearing dope jerseys.
Wearing dope jerseys.
Playing on beautiful courts.
Playing great basketball. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray are one of the best duos, one of the best backcourts in the league. Top 3, not 3. And just DeJounte's ability to facilitate in the same way that Trae does, and him coming off the bench when Trae is needing some rest time to feed the guys around him. AJ Griffin, the rookie, is taking a big step up in these past couple of games, has been performing very well. But these past couple of games against the 76ers, we won the first one, but we got to close out more. We got to close out better. We can't just give up once we're up 12 with like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's not how it works. And tonight, just they allowed Philly to penetrate the defense, which didn't help them at all. And then in the third quarter, you had to close a 27 gap down to 10, or was it 14? One of them. But that's you shouldn't let things get that far. And instead of trying to just catch up with the opponent with shooting threes and just trying to up the score to have it more even, it starts with defensive stops. It starts with playing tight defense and getting buckets in transition, which is something that we need to work more on. And Trae does a great job of that, being able to throw lobs and find his open man. So he cut that gap, but gotta take a step up. But we're continuing to win big games, and shout out to the Hawks.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like the Hawks, they're better than what they were last year for sure. But I just feel like, I mean, obviously when you play a team that's over 500, you realistically will probably go around 500 versus those teams if you're a good team. And expect it's so early. You still got to wait for Trae and DeJounte to mesh. And it's like the same kind of thing with the Caps. Like they both have to learn how to play with this new backcourt with both people shooting more. Trae still, because DeJounte doesn't shoot as much as Donovan does or whatever, but you can just tell, like if you watch the Hawks play, you can tell DeJounte has made a huge difference for the team, perimeter defense wise, and just
100%.
getting the ball out of Trae's hands, which isn't a bad thing. You don't have to get out of Trae's hands, but having that second guy makes it so much easier and harder on the defense. If you can just swing it to the opposite side, now they all have to rotate, and you can do that multiple times. It's the reason the Hawks are above 500 or 4 games over 500 compared.
Yeah, number 4 in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I think so. Unless they didn't. Maybe they dropped one because they lost today.
Tonight. Yeah.
But yeah, they're 4 or 5. But yeah, no, they've been playing well. I also think AJ Griffin has been a huge addition because he's kind of like, he plays similar to DeAndre Hunter, I feel like. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So like having the same consistent like style or like of play as someone coming off the bench that you have starting is like good for like working DeJounte in, because he has like the similar reads and all that stuff, opposed to working in someone completely different. But yeah.
1,000,000%. And I like the way that AJ Griffin is aggressive. He's not afraid of contact, and he gets his bucket any type of way. Catch and shoot from three, mid range pull up. He had a monstrous dunk over Joel Embiid tonight in the fourth quarter, and he's one of my top rookies this season.
Not scared.
I'm not scared at all.
All right, and then let's move to we talked about a lot of good teams. So let's do our 3 weeks into the NBA season finals predictions. We'll do one like kind of bold one that like most people wouldn't say. And then one that you think is the most likely. Finn,
You lead it off, Matt.
You want me to start?
You can lead it off, kid.
My bold one would be kind of like the start to the future of the NBA would be the Grizzlies versus the Cavs, and I would have the Grizzlies winning in 7 games. That would be my bold prediction. If for like 2 young teams, like kind of a passing the torch start to the NBA. And then my actual one, like I want to say Golden State, but I don't feel like they'll get there. I'm high on Denver. I think once Jamal Murray gets back and playing how he will. So I'll go Denver, or if depends if Kawhi plays, but if I'm going actual, I'd probably say the Clippers if Kawhi and Paul George are both healthy versus the Bucks. I mean, I feel like that's the simple answer. But yeah, so Cavs and Grizzlies in 7, and then Clippers and Bucks in 6 would be my 2 predictions.
You want to go, Slim?
You got it. I'll go after you.
If I was to do like my dark horse prediction, I would also have the Grizzlies coming out of the West. Not that they're not like a great team, or not that they're not one of the best teams, but they just don't. You wouldn't take them for making a deep playoff run right now. And
yeah, that's why I feel like they're still in that dark horse category yet. So,
and I would have them against my Nets because I can't take the Cavs. Matt just did, and the only reason I mean it would be a surprise would just be because of the start, and that would be just a huge turnaround. I'd take the Nets and the Sixers in that umbrella, because I still think the Sixers can have a turnaround in the middle of January. I think they're getting left out of a lot of conversations and forgot about. I understand Embiid looks a little out of shape. I understand, obviously, Maxey looks great. I understand Harden looks awesome. And, good one night, not great the next night. But I think that's a team that could flip the switch, even though, I'm not a Doc guy. But I think they're a good, underrated team. And then I would have the Grizzlies winning that in probably 6. And then my actual prediction that I think is going to happen is obviously the freaking Bucks. If you think any other team is coming out of the Bucks, you're out of your mind. And we're talking about Chris Middleton here.
Facts.
If we want to talk about ugly dudes.
Yeah,
he actually is uglier than Grant Williams.
No, he's one. He's
got to be 1-1. He's got to be 1-1. He has to be. And it's just his fucking face is so fucked up. I can't even describe it. I'm sorry. And then I would have them playing the Warriors, Matt. I, unlike you, think they are going to figure it out. Or maybe the Nuggets. But I think the Warriors are going to figure it out. Every other team, I don't know. The older doesn't sound like the right word. The more veteran core teams in the West, I feel like are faded. Like I'm fading them. They're kind of just like their time.
Getting off the old Western Conference kind of thing. I'm waiting for the Nuggets and the Grizzlies and the Mavs.
But I mean, facts. I like the Mavs too as a dark horse. Yeah. Fucking that guy's unbelievable.
Yeah, I just feel like the Mavericks can either lose in the first round or make it to the finals, and there's no like I could see both outcomes happening, which is why they're like too inconsistent. Like I could consistently see the Grizzlies or the Nuggets making it at least past the first round for the next 8 years.
Yeah,
but Slim,
and I would have the freaking Bucks winning in 4 because the freaking Bucks are the best team in the league, and I hate them.
Piggybacking off of Finn, I'll give y'all my sleeper dark horse matchup for the 2023 finals. But I believe that the Bucks could meet the Memphis Grizzlies. and telephone. But Bucks meet the Memphis Grizzlies, and they go to a game 5. Milwaukee comes out on top. Actually, who I think can make it for real, Western Conference, Utah Jazz. Eastern Conference, Boston Celtics, game 7, give me Boston.
You think the Jazz are gonna keep up this pace and make like a deep playoff run?
100%.
You don't think
Really?
it's a blue start in the beginning?
100%. I mean, and I believed in them because I'm like, even how I bet, I don't ever bet the under, just because I'd rather say, wow, like I needed this person to have this many amount of more points, rather than he scored too much. So leading up to the season, Utah got so many draft picks from getting rid of Rudy, getting rid of Spida, and got Colin Sexton, solid player, very solid player, even for the Cavs before he got hurt. And Lauri Markkanen just didn't fit, just because he couldn't play his game that best fit his size and his strength. And I feel like they're utilizing those assets in Utah, and I feel like they can continue to win big games and make it all the way to the finals. If not the second round.
You seen these dunks?
Yeah, going crazy.
It's like someone else is wearing his body as a costume.
Yeah. No, I mean, they've been playing well. They beat good teams too, which is the most surprising thing. Like normally when a team that's not, everyone feels like isn't going to be that great, starts out 10-4, they usually are beating bad teams, and we'll have a couple of big ones sprinkled in.
Yeah, they do have a tough schedule. You're right.
They beat the Grizzlies twice. They beat the Pelicans. They beat the Nuggets.
All divisional.
They beat some good teams. So
beat some good teams in the East too. They beat the Hawks. They, they're doing pretty well for themselves.
I was listening to JJ Redick podcast today, and then he had Tyrese on, I think 2 or 3 days ago, Halliburton, and he was saying that on the floor, there's a difference. Like it's not even the same guy, and like he kept dick riding marketing, like every single improving question that JJ would ask, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go marketing." I'm not trying to make fun of Tyrese Halliburton. Actually, let me slow down because I like him, but he's like, "Oh,
tough.
I like marketing for that. Oh, I like marketing for this." And JJ's asking him, like, what? Like, I get that he's playing well, and Tyrese is like, nah, like, you got to be out there. It doesn't even feel like this. Like, it doesn't even feel like, bro.
Yeah. That's a good segue into our top 3 for the day. We're going to do top 3 most improved candidates. We're going to do a snake draft. And then, so obviously you can't pick someone that's already been picked. And then it'll get posted to TikTok, and you guys can vote who had the best team. Oh, are you spinning to see who goes first?
Oh, he's spinning. He's spinning.
For the first pick. Yeah, you are ready. Bang, Finn.
Rigged.
Oh, that kind of screws me because now I gotta change what I was gonna do. Sorry for everybody who's bored out of their mind.
Whoa, why'd you flip it again?
Because it's for you two, for second and third.
Okay.
Matt with the third pick.
Whoa.
I'm with the second pick.
What I said. All right, go ahead, Finn.
Wow. Okay. Now, this isn't for the most improved player award. I'd like to make that. This is for guys who are making a huge jump. Right?
Yeah.
And could potentially get the award?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3, Tyrese Halliburton. I understand there was a big jump last year, but if you've watched the games, the way it looks so slow, the way it looks like he's telling coach what, and I just know this because we just played them twice in a row, so I watched. Telling coach what he wants to run, sending guys through, pulling guys up. He's fully facilitating that offense by himself over there. He's getting his shots off. He looks. There's been multiple games I've watched from them that he looks like he's in full control of the game, which is insane. It's his third year, and I understand he made the big jump last year, but that just shows how much of that just shows how good he is now. He's making that another jump could be bigger than that one. Number 2.
No, it's Slim's twin. It's a snake.
Whoa. Snake, boy. You the snake, Finn. You the snake.
Yeah, and you just screwed up picking.
Yeah.
We kept that one hush.
I just took my 3.
Yeah, that's the point. We kept it hush hush. We weren't going to correct you.
I know. Yo, you guys let me.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I didn't want to interrupt you because I was like, why are you starting off with 3? Is that what we're doing?
Matt just knew exactly what I was doing and he fucking didn't say anything.
Damn.
And I was about to show out. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what you.
All right, fuck it. I'm rocking with it. That's my first overall pick.
You ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, most improved, Tyrese Maxey.
Oh,
Killer on the court.
This is crazy. Matt's getting an alley-oop.
Killer on the court. And taking a big step. James Harden off the floor. Joel Embiid needing help. Tyrese Maxey is he gave you 26 tonight against the Hawks. He can give you 40. He can give you 30. He can just wait. Just wait. That's all that I have to say. Y'all see his game. I'll let that speak for itself.
Dude, Matt is going to cakewalk these 2 picks in a row. This is fucked up.
All right. Well, I got 2 in a row. So first, I'm going to go the guy we talked about before this segment. I'm going to go Lauri Markkanen.
Oh,
I ain't worried about that.
Ex-Cavalier.
So unreal.
Ex-Cavalier played pretty well for us.
You're just basking in it.
I didn't see that he would be scoring 23 a game. However, he's been playing well. So I think as of right now, he's the first. Like, if you're betting on MVP most improved player today, he's number 1. And I think I have the number 2 guy here, Desmond Bane.
This is fucked up.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
He's got the 2 top freaking picks.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
He's been scoring 30 on basically every time I look, and him and Ja are balling. Look like they're having a good time. So yeah.
I can't believe how bad I sold.
Look.
After I spun the wheel.
Yeah, you were wilding. Were those your 2 picks?
Yeah.
You're up.
Were those Finn's two picks?
You're up, Slim. Now you're up.
Oh, I don't know. Finn, were those your 2 picks that you were going to pick as your 1 and 2?
No, but Lowry was my 1, and Bane was my 3. Well, no, I switched 3 in the last minute to Halliburton, but Bane was like my OG 3.
Sheesh. Well, number 2, got to go with the young cat over there balling out in Portland. Give me Anthony Simons.
Yeah, solid pick.
He's been picking up a lot of that weight.
Especially since Dame has been out a little bit. He's been picking up. Jeremy Grant's been balling, but Ant's taking a big leap, giving you damn near 30 a night. Finn.
You got 2 in a row.
I mean, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a pivot here because I royally fucked myself, but I'm gonna have to take my boy Bones Highland.
It's a good pick.
I got Bones at 6th man of the year, but
I think Bones is the type of dude that you want in your locker room. Bones is the type of bro is going to these games and having somebody film him from like the 7th or 8th row, like 7D right in the middle. And he's like doing hearts and pointing up to the crowd, like making TikToks in the NBA. Bro's going crazy. Making mixes to his boys' songs. Bro's just doing the most. And you can tell he's confident with the ball. You can tell he worked hard this offseason. He is making a huge impact. And I think the Nuggets are poised to make a deep playoff run. And I think he's going to have like kind of a Jordan Poole role on that team as the young guy picking up some of their slack. I think he's going to end up getting more burn. Obviously, he's not going to start starting out of nowhere, but I think he's going to start getting more burn as we get into like January and shit. So I'm glad I got that pick off. And now to recover fully, I'm taking Clax 1-1 overall. First team all defense. And the complete anchor for what in the last 5 games since a coaching change, for all evidence provided, shows to be what will be the future, is the number 1 defense in the league and the lowest points per game allowed in the league. He's the number 1 anchor for that. And like I said earlier, he got 5 double-doubles so far this year. He got 4 all last year, right? So this is a guy that we on Nets Twitter and we as Nets fans are always just saying, give him the burn. Nash, get your head out of your ass and give him the burn. Because he's all he's ever needed was the burn. Yeah, he's a hothead dude, and like, yeah, he gets teed up for hanging on the rim and swinging his freaking long ass legs. But like, the kid just got to be out there to get his touches, and you see him out there, dog.
Who's your third guy?
I'm perplexed. I'm very perplexed because I mentioned Utah Jazz going to the finals, and I may sound stupid for that because should have said Golden State, but I think I want to take Poole. Honestly, I think I want to take Poole. I think Golden State is gonna flip the script from how they've been playing these past few games. You know, coming off a chip. I feel like they're gonna turn it around here late November, getting into December, and Jordan Poole is gonna start to carry that weight a lot better than he has, with all of the pressure being on the second squad, just because Curry, Draymond, Wiggs, and Clay missed a game, and just the weight of them losing like 4 or 5 games straight. I feel like they'll come back. So I'll take Jordan Poole.
I'm shocked that I still have my other 2 guys available. I'm deciding.
You're only picking 3 dudes.
You
I know.
won.
I know. I'm just picking one more, but I'm shocked.
Okay.
I got either Shea or De'Aaron Fox.
That was gonna
facts.
I was trying to take Shea. I wanted to take Shea,
but
you know I don't want De'Aaron Fox. That bum.
I'm gonna go. Obviously Shea has been playing better for longer, and I feel like while he is still in the running for the award, I think De'Aaron Fox has a better chance to actually get the award, just because he hasn't been as good as he's been playing until this year. So I'll go with De'Aaron Fox just for award purposes, because I think he'll have a better shot to actually win the award.
Over Shea?
Shea is confirmed averaging 31.
No, I know. I'm not saying
facts.
No, don't get me wrong. Shea is way better than De'Aaron Fox. I'm just saying for the most improved player award, I feel like Shea won't get it because he's been balling for years now. I'm saying De'Aaron Fox.
That's why I didn't. That's why I shouldn't have fucking did the Tyrese 1-1. I forgot. I got.
So I'm gonna go with De'Aaron Fox just for award purposes.
Now, was your hand off the chess piece with that explanation? I think you might have taken Shea there by explaining that deep.
No, not at all. But I'll take De'Aaron Fox because I think he actually could win the award as long as the Kings hover around that 500, 7, 8, 9 seed and possibly make the playoffs, which I think they're capable of. Their team's good enough to make the play-in.
Look at that little fucking face of yours. I can't believe that list you just made off with.
But yeah, so that's.
Go ahead, read all our 3. Read your 3, Matt.
Mine is Desmond Bane, De'Aaron Fox, and Larry Markkinen.
That's
hit him with an honorable mention. Hit him with a couple honorable mentions.
Throw up some honorable mentions, Keto.
My honorable mention would be Shea.
Okay.
Obviously, mine was Clax. Well, I guess I have to do this fraudulent order. Tyrese, Bones, and Clax.
Honorable mention. Throw it out there.
Probably.
You can piggyback.
Williams, who's ugly.
All right, go ahead, Slim, and then I'll wrap it up.
Probably, or I had Tyrese Maxey. I had Anthony Simons, Jordan Poole. Honorable mentions, Kyle Kuzma, and just because the Milwaukee Bucks are going crazy, I'll throw Jordan Noir out there.
All right, that's this or that.